Greetings, everyone. Greetings. Welcome to another episode of Brown Girls Are Beautiful. Y'all, I am out here in the beaming sunlight. It is approximately 94, 95, 96, 97, or it got up to 98 degrees today. So I'm not going to be out here long, and I might even move the camera around because although I love how the sun beams on my skin, I am actually sweating, as you probably can tell. But today we're going to talk about the phrase that everybody says so loosely, but it has validity to it and credence to it. Have you ever told someone, "You make me sick"? She makes me sick, they make me sick, he makes me sick. Well, guess what? People can literally make you physically sick, not just by catching a cold from them, not just by catching something from them, but literally they can physically make you sick. And Tisha Campbell actually stated that since she divorced her husband, Duane Martin, she's been doing a lot better with her health. She's been doing a whole lot better physically. So let's hear this clip from this podcast.
For 4 years now, and they can't find it at the base of my brain at all. Oh, thank God.
All right, I'm going to rewind that back. She's been in remission, you all. She had, and I didn't know she had sarcoidosis. For those of you all who are not aware, they said she was diagnosed with sarcoidosis back in 2003, which is a lung disease, and it causes, I think your lungs can become inflamed. So let's hear what happened with Tisha Campbell.
Totally turned around. So she's just talking to these people in hip hop, and now as I said, outside of hip hop, that really affect the culture and are leaders in the culture. And she is saying, listen, we need to focus on getting our health together and our minds right. And so you can find the Mebo Podcast Show anywhere you...
And that's another thing that I wanted to bring up. People need to focus on getting their health together and their minds right. A lot of times it is not expressed, especially in the melanated community, how important psychological health is. Mental health is basically one of those things that goes unchecked in American society, all across the globe, actually. People don't really take time to hone in on the mental side of things, the psychological issues that people are dealing with, the emotional issues that people are dealing with. So many times in this superficial world and this superficial society, people are heavily focused on the outer appearance of making like everything look okay. Everything is not okay. We know people are battling each and every day, fighting for their lives. People are having all types of calamities taking place that have befallen upon them. And yet we still live in a society where a picture perfect life, a portrait says 1,000 words, but there is a lot that goes on behind a photograph and a picture, you all. People are so busy trying to live a perfect life on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. They show you the highlights of their lives, but they're not really showing you what they really feel deep down inside. And that's something that people need to focus on more than anything. Instead of trying to make everything look picture perfect and look good, you actually need to feel good for real, for real. So let's continue on, y'all.
Find any podcast, but she had Tisha on there as a guest. Tisha shared a whole lot of information, and she also talked about her self-care. So take a listen to what she was saying when she said, I have to tell the truth. Take a listen and I'll be right back. I have been in remission for 4 years now, and they can't find it at the base of my brain at all. Oh, thank God. I haven't gotten sick not one time, and I was so scared to get COVID because I thought, if I get COVID, I'm going to die. Every cold took me to the hospital. Just every sniffle. Allergies, it would just build up, and I would get sick. But I have not been sick ever since. Tisha, have you made any lifestyle changes or adopted specific coping mechanisms to manage your lung disease effectively? And if so, what has worked well for you? Really understanding the entire body, especially the nervous system as it pertains to stress. Okay. I've been working along with my therapist on different ways, different lifestyle changes, and really paying attention to the nervous system or the senses. I have been, it's something as simple as creating the environment that I want to be in that keeps me calm. And it could be playing spa music while I'm washing the dishes. It could be going to the store and getting that one piece of chocolate, not the whole thing, but that one piece of chocolate. Something that makes me happy. My whole lifestyle and my whole life has changed. I'm living for me. Yes. With whatever type of exercise I incorporate and all of those things.
Key word, she says she's living for me. I'm living for me. I want y'all to say that to yourselves. I am living for me. You're not living for anyone else. You're not living for people outside of yourselves. You're not living for the TV screen, for the YouTube channel, for Facebook, for Instagram, for the internet, for TikTok, for other people, for your students, for your coworkers, for your colleagues, for your neighbors, for your spouse, for your children. You're living for you. Those are the most powerful words that you can say to yourself. Your life is for you to live for yourself. And I know people will say, oh no, you give your life to the Lord, you live for the Lord. But guess what? The Creator gave us these lives to carry out a mission. And each and every one of us has a mission in life. Now, some people deviate off their mission, and some people are just simply put here and just wreak havoc on the world. They're just evil demonic spirits that come into this universe. But once you start living for yourself and you don't care about anybody else, I'm not saying to be selfish, but you got to be kind of selfish. You can't worry about what people think about you all the time. And that takes me into the Nicki Minaj situation, because we all know that Kenneth Petty has a past, but Nicki Minaj didn't care. She's living life for herself. And despite the fact that he's putting her through some stuff behind the scenes, she's trying to come out and save her public image in the face of the world, because she does not want everybody talking about her. Do y'all remember Cynthia Bailey and Peter Thomas? Well, way back in the day, I remember her sister tried to hide her marriage license, and her mother was in on it because they didn't feel that Peter was right for her, because he was actually monetarily taking advantage of her finances. Well, she wanted to prove a point, and she married him anyway. And guess what? They are now divorced. They are no longer together. So you see, when people try to do things to prove stuff to other people, it never works out. You need to be real with yourself. Who do you have in your life around you that's causing you sickness? And I have heard from people around me that I know of that people have physically made them sick when they entered the premises, when they